Hold on a second, let me just film this scene because it's so freaking intense. This thing used to scare me when I was little so bad. It's so good though. Okay. Hello, Brittany.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. It's Elizabeth. Welcome to Xanadu. Today, I am video chatting with one of my best friends, Brittany, and we are obviously watching Scream 2, my #1 favorite horror movie of all time. As you can see, we're practically on the same scene. And
Yep.
I thought it would be a really good idea to ask her 5 questions about the movie, and she could ask me 5 questions about the movie. So vice versa. So let's get started. Brittany.
Yes.
Question number 1. When did you very first see Scream 2?
I knew you were gonna ask that. I had the gut feeling. I'm psychic. Okay. I didn't actually watch the whole thing at first, but I remember one of the neighbors that used to live like right down the street from my house, my old house that I used to live in. Her name was Haley, I believe, and she was watching it, and I didn't actually pay attention to it then, and then I rented it, and I didn't actually watch the whole thing at first, because then I kept on falling asleep, and I didn't wake up until the ending, when Sydney was on the stage and everything. So yeah, I didn't actually see it all the way until I was like, I don't know, 7, 8. I can't really remember, but that's what I remember. Okay. Oh, how do you think Sydney has changed since the first movie to the second? Like, what are your differences between her in the second movie from the first movie?
I think she's changed because the first one, she very first goes through all that crap, and it's only like a year later, and she's a lot angrier, more on edge. She's got a new boyfriend, but she doesn't trust him, and even though we know that in the end he wasn't one of the killers, and it was almost kind of like her fault that he died a little bit. She still can't really trust anyone, and she's more haunted. She's a lot kind of tougher, and she's just she's kind of like a broken, angry bird, bird that is trying to rebuild her life, but she is constantly, literally having a ghost right behind her, And I love her in Scream 2 because she's a lot angrier, so she's kind of tougher. Like in the end when she's all like, she's cracking because she just lost Derek, and she's kind of shaking, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this bastard down, and she uses that necklace, and she's like, you forgot one thing about Billy Loomis. I effing killed him. And she's like, you piece of crap, and she starts just beating the hell out of Mickey. Because she's done with this crap. She's like, I'm done with this. Like, you want to go down, Buster? Let's go down. Okay, question number 2. What is your favorite thing about Scream 2?
I think I love you scene.
Really?
Yeah, and then the ending too, with the final showdown with Mickey and Mrs. Loomis. What's your favorite about Scream 2?
Oh my gosh, what a question.
So many different scenes to choose from. Oh, and the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Forgot that one.
Right. Sarah Michelle Gellar, we love you, Sarah. I love this movie for so many reasons, but I guess one of the main reasons I love it is because it's original and scary. It's got great characters. It's got good humor also mixed in there. It's really just a good campy kind of film, and I love Sydney. Like, I love Sydney doing Gale. I just love Sydney so much. So she's like my favorite character ever, and I love Neve Campbell. She's my #1 favorite actress. I guess my #1 favorite thing about Scream 2, and maybe my most favorite thing about the series in general is Sydney and her story. What is your least favorite scene in Scream 2?
Let's see. The one where Rebecca Gayheart and really mean to Sydney, teasing her and everything.
Right.
Okay. What's your least favorite?
I think for me it's kind of obvious. Randy's death.
And Sydney's too. I mean, not Sydney's. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Sydney doesn't die. What is wrong with you? Brittany!
I meant Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Right, yeah. What are the few scariest scenes in Scream 2?
Probably the theater scene in the beginning, the opening scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the theater scene. Oh, did you have a feeling that that Sydney was ever going to forgive Cotton? Or, if she was going to believe him, or that he was the one that did not murder her mother? Did you think that she was ever going to believe him or forgive him?
Well, she knew that he didn't kill her mother because Billy Loomis told her, Billy and Stu told her that they killed her mother, so she knew, but she still doesn't like Cotton because, for obvious reasons, but one is because he had an affair with her mom. I think I never thought that Sydney would end up liking Cotton because he didn't, she knows in this movie that he didn't kill her mom but she still doesn't like him and she doesn't have to. But I think one of the reasons why they wanted to keep her wary and disliking of him is because they wanted to still kind of make him a little maybe scary because they need to make it look like anybody in this movie could be the killer. So
right, yeah.
I mean, Cotton's okay, but he's fat-headed and kind of narcissistic and just but he's justified because everyone knows because of what Billy and Stu did in the first one. They know that Cotton was wrongly accused and he's an innocent man, and he should be able to do or say what he wants because now he's a free man. But Sydney also has a right to still not like him. Thank you for your questions.
You're welcome.
Well, you said you wanted to do the Buffy episode, so we can do that one.
Okay.
Or we can ask questions about, from the second he turned evil to when he...
We don't have to stick to that particular episode. We can do just the ones in general.
Yeah, just the fact that he went evil at all. We can ask questions about that.
Okay.
My first question is, were you really surprised when Angel turned evil?
Yeah, it creeped me out.
It creeped her out. My second question is, did Angelus ever scare you at all?
Yeah.
Which parts?
Okay. The one where he was chasing an angel and he was chasing Lila.
The third question is, how did you feel when he killed Jenny Calendar?
It was sad and I was loving it at the same time because he was evil.
I guess he was good at it.
Yeah.
You know.
If I had David Boreanaz, I'd tell him that I love him being. He was so creepy as Angelus.
My fourth question, or whatever question. My next question is, how did you feel when Willow was able to bring Angel back, but Buffy had to kill him anyway?
I was happy that he was back to his regular self, but I missed him still him being a vampire. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I always cry at that part because it's so sad because he didn't remember what he had done. What is your favorite and least favorite thing about Angelus?
Okay. Well, my least favorite is when he kills.
Mhm. Yeah, and what's your favorite thing?
My most favorite is his evil laugh. What was your favorite part about Angelus?
My favorite thing about Angelus is, I think, his kind of twisted and sarcastic and sadistic humor. How he would kind of joke around or whatever. He always just has so much pleasure in the evil he's doing, and just some parts kind of make me laugh.
Uh-oh, here comes Buddy.
Buddy!
Buddy! Say hi, look!
Hi, buddy. You're on my camera.
How did you feel when Angel had to go? Now this isn't about Angelus, this is Angel.
Okay.
Okay, how did you feel about when Angel had to go to the Hell Dimension and save Fred? Like, how did you feel about that?
I loved it. I thought it was really cool, and I loved every time he got to save her. As every episode, every time they go into a dimension, it's risky and scary and all that, but because you never know what's gonna happen and stuff like that. And there's always the risk of something bad happening to Fred while he's trying to save her. But
Yeah.
I loved it. It's one of my favorite episodes.
What do you think about Angel having a son? Like, did you think that he would, when he found out Darla was pregnant, did you think he was fully capable of being a dad?
Yeah, I thought, at first I thought it was going to be crazy, because how the hell is Angel going to be able to be a dad? You know, he can't take him out to the sun, but you know, he had Cordelia and the whole family, basically. They could all take care of him and stuff like that. And I thought, at first it was despite the fact that it was like impossible, like there was no explanation how the heck Darla could get pregnant in the first place, because she's a vampire, her body is dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that ends up being explained later. But when Connor was born and stuff like that, I had no doubt that Angel would be able to be a good father, because he loved him so much and he was so protective of him. And at first, of course, it was hard for him because he was trying to figure out what to do and get to know the baby. But once he held him, he just, I knew he would have been a great father if that jackass bad guy didn't steal Connor, and if Angel would have been able to raise him, I think he would have been a great father.
Okay, what did you think of the final confrontation between Faith and Angelus?
I loved it. It's one of my, Faith is my number one favorite character in Buffy, and I thought it was such a perfect scene for her. She's a little bit like him because she has that darkness in herself, and her kicking his ass was kind of like kicking the darkness in her, and he kept trying to say, you're still bad, you're a rabid dog and stuff like that, and she was like, no, I'm better now, or whatever. I just loved, because Buffy got to kick his ass, and then Faith was able to kick his ass, and I'm just like, you go, girl. I just loved it. I thought it was smart of her to drag herself, because she knew that if she was going to go down, she would take him down with her, and it was perfect. I just loved the dialogue between them, and stuff like that. It's just one of my favorite scenes of all time. I think that might have been question 5. I think so. I think the last thing I will ask you before I end this video is, what is your recent #1 favorite song?
My #1 favorite song of all time, like in the whole entire world, is Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. That's like my favorite song because it reminds me of all my crushes.
Yeah. A song that I can listen to over and over and over right now is Fame by David Bowie.
Oh, I like that song.
It's like, fame. Yeah.
Have you ever heard Any Man of Mine by Shania before?
Yeah, I have. I've heard a few of her songs.
Any man of mine better walk the line. Got to show me tears, queen. I love that.
Okay,
The
well,
video too.
yeah. Well, thank you very much for participating in this masterpiece of a video.
Pleasure.
Yeah. We were watching Scream 2, and if any of you guys in the world that are watching this video right now and you have not seen Scream 2, then you know, I'm only gonna say one thing to that. What's your damage? So yeah.
For those of you that haven't seen Scream 2, you're out of your mind. Go see it now.
Yes.
I demand.
You need to watch it because Brittany says so. Okay. Thank you very much for watching, and I want to give a shout out to Chelsea. We love you, Chelsea.
Love you, Chelsea. Hi, girl.
Okay. Bye. Namaste. Remember, you are enough. You are so enough. It's unbelievable how enough you are.
Goodbye, Bobby. Oh.
He ran away.
Thanks.